Alright. Our wayward heroes have chosen to go to Hivehome with all or dough. Let's get right to it. After days of walking, you see it. Light. Strange this deep, but warm light spills out from the cave mouth. Sunlight? No, but something like it. Lamplight, Dithal whispers. Everyone whispers in the depths. Hivehome. Here, let me lead. Dithal limps to the front, gently pushing you back. It is likely that the rangers of the mouth ahead have sighted us. Not want you to get a shot. Dithal leads, her hands up. Rangers approaching, she calls out, in sort of a whisper shout. Hello? Rangers approaching, she calls out again. She looks back, shakes her head. Should have called back. Stay behind me, let's move fast. You emerge from the mouth of the cave onto what Dithal later tells you is a mid-wall port, a natural shelf before a cave mouth, one of many entrances into Hivehome's chamber. The scale of the vast space spread out before you defies your vision. An ocean disappears to either side of your vantage, filling the gently curving cavity, a space that could fit 1,000 evergreens, before disappearing into the dark void. Kilometers distant, light blooms from the water like a sun resting on the waves. Hivehome, making its own day. The city rises from the water, an incandescent plateau illuminating the ocean and the distant roof of the cavity, where flecks and massive veins of precious metals glimmer like distant stars. Smaller satellite islands surround it, linked to the main mighty plateau by sparkling filaments of light. It is cold on the midwall port. A strong wind scrapes across it, brightening a cutting chill, scent of salt. You laugh. The galaxy and the worlds in it never fail to surprise. A shout draws your attention, Dithal striding across the midwall towards a collection of stone huts around a squat tower. Warm light burns from the inside of the shuttered buildings, and behind the low structures, the tower rumbles with activity. A gondola archer, you guess. As you watch carriages rumble in and out of it, gondola anchor. Reading's hard. A gondola anchor, you guess, as you watch carriages rumble in and out of it along a thick cable leading off the edge of the port. Dithal reaches the first outbuilding and yanks the door open, eliciting shouts of surprise and warning from the people inside. So, you're in this huge underground cavity. Like, massive. Like, the sea inside of this could be considered like a small sea on Earth. Like,
oh wow,
like Great Lakes size cavity. You emerge from the caves on a midwall port near Hivehome. They sit between the ceiling and the waterline, and they connect most of the satellite islands with heavy gondolas, funiculars, or wide switchbacked cargo ramps. You eventually will come to learn that there are two types of ports in Hivehome, high wall and low wall ports. High wall are built into the cavern ceilings. These, by and large, do not provide access to Hivehome, but they act as cupolas for the state's security forces. I lost my... Many of them are home to gun batteries and signal huts looking down over the city and out over the water. Some, built into the cavern's columnar stalactites, do provide access to the city via spiraling staircases, but these are precarious, rarely used, and if you fall from one, you're probably going to die. Low wall ports are right on or just above the water, providing access to canals that run onto other hive states. So, like, they're like actual ports. The midwall ports that you guys arrived in is a wide shelf jutting from the cavern wall, connected to one of Hivehome's satellite islands by a well-maintained gondola. These carriages are large and sturdy, capable of transporting groups of people and substantial loads of cargo or vehicles. The Thal brings up to you I believe the arrival of your mechs in the center of the city might cause, let's say, a stir. I would suggest leaving them at the barracks at the edge of the city, where they will be cared for. If you have any fears of someone taking advantage of them, if you have some way of...
They can't.
She tilts her head. Like some sort of identity-locked key?
Yes, our biometrics are read and will prevent anyone who is not us from actually operating our mechs.
Ah, that is quite smart. Well, come. We will head towards Hivehome proper. As you approach the gondola, you see a small contingent of rangers. Amongst these are soldiers that are too young and too old for the front lines. Dethal notes that they're not from Hivehome, but from Michael Fields, a smaller, largely above-ground city-state east of Evergreen. The rangers are curious of your presence, and they're cautious.
Have we parked our bikes again?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We have parked them? Oh, okay.
When we do, I want to tell Rogue to act like he's not in there, but just keep an eye out for a signal if I need him. And don't let anyone unfuck with him.
You receive a holographic thumbs up. As you pass by these rangers, though, they telegraph, literally telegraph, the news of your arrival to Hive. As you ride the gondola, Dethal mentions that they're most likely reaching out to my father, Ilir, to prepare quarters for you. And on your ride, there are several rangers around. You would like to converse with any of the locals.
Yaku will keep a suspicious eye looking around. Can he do a spot?
Yes.
Or,
Well, what are you looking for?
Just scoping them out.
Yeah, in his mind, he would be looking at, like, okay, they got guns trained on us. Where are those at? Where can I get cover in case, shooting happens? I don't want to get under a window that has a thing.
Roll that spot then. 22.
Oh, yes, above 20 is
It's above.
really good, right?
Yes. You make note that although they are armed, they're not actively keeping their guns trained on you. It seems that Dethal's vouch for you has gone quite a long ways.
His heavyweight.
And on top of that, this gondola is pretty open. There's seats on it, but no real cover. If there is a fight that breaks out here, you'll have to fight your way out. There won't be any kind of taking cover. It'll be you or them.
So, you guys come here often?
Actually, no. One of the older rangers speaks up. We are not from Hivehome. I personally am from Michael Fields. It's a little east of your city. Name Evergreen. Thank you. Currently, the reason we are here is, well, I believe Dethal has filled you in. Yes, the leaders of the HOC are here.
Yes.
As I
We have been.
understand, they're currently discussing whether or not to call the war against the machine done. But I believe I interrupted you. Sorry. Please proceed.
Me?
No, to Krista.
Was I saying something?
Yes.
What was I saying?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I interrupted you.
Some Krista something.
Something, Christus. Just that. Yeah, oh, yeah. That just that. Yes. We have been informed that negotiations are taking place. We are very curious of how the situation will proceed.
Indeed, I am too, to be entirely honest. Eventually, the gondola reaches mainland Hivehome. And as you step out, you are immediately accosted by a well-armed contingent of rangers demanding answers from you.
Oh, the shoe drop.
While Dethal's word as a ranger and as the daughter of Elir Ordo shields you, another smaller contingent comes and takes you into protective custody, both, to be honest, to protect you from the crowd and for the quick audience, or that you get a quick audience. The midwall gondola bounces to a slow crawl. Oh, I just read the fucking part that explains what I'm about to read. God, I'm stupid. The midwall gondola bounces to a slow crawl as it enters the well-lit lower anchor station, and a crowd of rangers just pretend to be surprised. A crowd of rangers hustle to grab the cart and stabilize it. They haul open the doors, and you are overwhelmed by the walloping smell of hot oils and street carts, the shout and clamor of the crowd, and the bright light of the sun lamps. The cries of the civilian population, the soldiers holding them back, the rough commands of the ranger guards at the gondola door. The commotion is equal parts curiosity, hostility, cheering, confusion. The guards help you out, 2 to a person, their rifles slung, their hold commanding. Dethal is greeted by an officer, who throws an arm across her shoulder and pulls her close. The 2 shout a conversation under the roar of the crowd. Not hostile. Hurried. You're guided through the crowd. An elemental press of bodies, spit, sweat, curses. The rangers shove you forward. You can hear Dethal shouting behind it that everything is fine to hurry to the cars. You see something as you are helped roughly into a waiting van. At first, you're not sure what you've seen, and you profile it quickly as one of the rangers you encountered around Evergreen. This quick recognition holds for a heartbeat. Then it falls apart. The doors to the van slam shut. The crowd's cries have become a percussive tattoo on the van's side panels. Doors traveling with you as it pushes slowly through the press. You did see it, though. Taller than the humans around it. Its carapace more of a deep emerald than the black of the ranger's armor. Healthy and alive. Alive. A Gregorian. Opalescent eyes below a ridged crown. A beauty in the aquiline sculpt of its jade carapace, broken by the unnerving realization that the body carries an inhuman mind. It wore a bolt of rich crimson cloth crossing its chest, over one shoulder and down, and a pair of fine golden chains around its neck. It was bent to the side, pairing with the human next to it. What a terrible and beautiful thing. A Gregorian. The van doors slam shut. You pull away into a galaxy far more vast than you thought. Here, what you see.
Moth.
Oh.
That's the thing that.
I thought it was more bipedal. Okay.
No, it's a big old bug. Big old bug boy.
We're gonna get Starship Troopers in here.
I think that is one of the.
I say kill them all.
I think that is one of the inspirations for this story.
Overly
surprised.
homicidal Yaku over here.
Overly genocidal Yaku.
What? Y'all don't remember that part? When he's getting interviewed by the TV crew?
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay.
Eventually, you were taken to a quiet block near the city's administrative district. And you were taken to very Spartan quarters. they're soldiers' quarters, obviously. They're quartered, the street they're quartered on is blocked at either sides by bollards and guards. After roughly a day, after you've had a chance to get accustomed, you're informed that you may explore the city, but you may not leave it without permission from Dethal. And if you wish to leave your quarters, you will be accompanied by a pair of handlers. The rangers presenting you this news are polite, but firm. They seem happy to explore the city with you, explain anything you might encounter, and they're willing to participate in light conversation as well.
Are we afforded privacy?
You are afforded privacy whenever you're not out in public.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then. Are the guards or the escorts still here?
They can be summoned with just a quick knock of your door.
Okay.
They are guarding your building.
Okay, but at the moment, it's just us three in our quarters?
Currently, yes.
Okay, then that would be a good time to get the feedback.
Nick seems kind of shooken up by the van ride, but aside from that, doesn't have too much to comment on.
Yaku's a bit having a tantrum, or like, not a tantrum, pouting contest.
Pouting contest.
I like a pouting fit.
Oh.
I hope I wasn't the only one who saw what I thought I saw.
What, us getting arrested?
And kidnapped?
The giant moth-like being, which I believe was a living Gregorian.
They dress themselves like Gregorians. What do you mean living Gregorian?
That big bug before we got shoved in a van?
Yes.
Yeah, kind of got overshadowed by the shoved in a van, but yeah, I saw a big bug.
There's so much about this planet we don't know. This will be an eye-opening experience. I expect you all to be on your best behavior. She says, looking at Yaku specifically.
Like, he's his arms crossed, tapping one of his feet.
So long as we get to actually walk, I'll be okay.
Your discussion is interrupted by a gentle rapping on the door to your quarters.
Nevermore.
Are you all decent?
Yes, we do maintain decency.
The door opens. On the other side is Bethal. Good. You seem to have settled in. Without further ado, I think it's time to explain some things. First things first, we have secured you a meeting with the leaders of the entirety of the HUC in a handful of days.
Really?
Indeed.
That is good news.
I agree. In more... well, I suppose more... administrative news. I want to offer my opinion on the entirety of the situation and hear your thoughts. We have fought the machine for centuries, and I will be... what is the phrase? Francis? I will be Francis. I do not believe...
Frank,
yes. I will be Frank. I do not believe that Hivehome or Evergreen will survive alone. You have seen our capabilities and we have seen yours. And now that we're certain you aren't on the side of the machine, and all of kind of looks down. Everything has happened over misunderstanding. I think making amends and uniting our communities is the only possible way we'll survive the coming storm.
On that, we are in agreement.
To this end, Sorry, I dropped something. To this end, I think you have a few opportunities to make friendships and connections with a few different factions, especially in Hivehome's leadership. I have work that I could use assistance in, and I know there is another. One of the Gregorian leaders, name is Terror. He also has work that could use the assistance of, well, lancers such as yourself.
If I may, what can you tell us about the Gregorians? We were under the understanding that their species was a relic from days gone. They are living here?
Yes. The Gregorians they're the first people, shall we say. They were here before our kind, and she gestures to both herself and...
They were the indigenous people of Hercynia.
They are her rightful people, yes.
And they are, forgive me if I'm being insensitive, but they are civilized and pleasant.
Indeed, our Gregorian siblings are very, very pleasant.
This is surprising, but welcome. I shall be interested in learning more about them. But continue on.
They would be most welcome to learn about you as well. But I potentially have a duty for you, and can provide what I can. And provide what I can in your meeting with the leaders, or my bondmate Mirth is an attaché to Terror himself.
Oh. You mentioned other factions?
I believe... Scroll back down here, sorry. I believe these are two represented by me as a representative of the Hivehome Rangers, and Terror as the commander of the Gregorians. I believe we will be able to provide all that you need.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you only have a handful of days. I foresee only being able to help one of us.
Oh?
Indeed.
What is the time constraint?
Your meeting, by the time you finish one of the duties, your meeting will be quickly approaching. If you attempt to do both, I fear you will miss it.
Let's see.
I can provide you with mine, and of course I can have you put in contact with Mirth to speak with Terror about the favor he needs done.
Is there any more information you can provide us?
I
Without,
can. I am not sure. I have no more real information to provide. All I
what is
could.
it that you need assistance with?
A little ways from here, in an abandoned tunnel complex with access to topside north of Evergreen, we have a ranger squad has gone missing. This is where our last communique with them come from. They were due to return to Hivehome after the HUC High Command ordered all forces to pull back, but they haven't checked in. And to be quite honest, I know most of these rangers personally, and if they've fallen, I need to know. And Command will not sign off on the mission. They need all of the rangers available on the line, but you are not beholden to them.
How many are missing?
A full contingent of rangers. I don't have an exact number. Maybe 20.
Many.
That would be
Many.
pretty fucking substantial. So force if they are alive.
Because Rangers, are they special forces or general peacekeepers?
Well, amongst them are several pilots.
Oh.
Tech pilots?
Indeed. And if you are able to check on them for me, I can try to make additional advances at the negotiations to try and earn you more favor.
Do you know what Terra is requesting of us?
She shakes her head. I am sure he will send summons soon, though. Take some time.
Will it be too late for your men if we listen to what he has to say?
I don't know. I do not think so. I have not been gone long, so the faster the better, but if they are fallen, they are fallen.
I understand.
How far away are their last known location?
Maybe a hour or two ride on a rail. Take some time. Wander Hivehome, see what there is to see, and I'm sure Terra will reach out to you. Send a summons. But if we are to secure peace between our people, you will need to know as much about us as you can.
I agree.
And with that, she leaves. As she leaves, she taps one of the rangers that are guarding your doors on the shoulder and makes it clear that if she is needed, you all will need to be able to reach out to her.
That means they let us have our radios, or what do you mean?
If you need her, they'll send for her.
Okay.
So when we have a second, I'm gonna like huddle up with the others and like So like this, if those rangers are alive, I feel like this would be a great resource.
You're
Not
not
only do we
wrong.
get pilots on our side, but we get the camaraderie of having saved people who would then spread that to the rest of their soldiers that they work with. That would be amazing.
That's very good. You're right. That is very good. Manpower, manpower, their equipment, their guns. That's all going to be good. She's
Keep
already
in
on our
mind,
side, though. Having someone that doesn't know us, like us, may help.
I don't know what the other options are though, but I really like this one. Assuming they're alive. If they're dead, it's less valuable, but I'd hope we could save them.
Yeah, if they're dead, that would suck.
But you do have time to explore Hivehome, and Default and the Rangers guarding you do heavily suggest that you do so.
Oh, I really wanted to just go invisible, but I don't think I can with being watched like this.
You
go
could in the corner.
invisible.
Yeah, I can go invisible.
Do it in the
I
corner.
mean, just go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah, but they're eventually gonna fucking go, hey, where's your friend?
Really bad nachos. You know, Gyaku.
Irritable bowel syndrome, yeah.
Alright.
Uh,
So, what do you guys
yeah,
want to do?
yeah, I could go invisible and just kind of like be with you, either ahead or behind or to the side, while you're exploring, and just tell the people, oh, he's being a little bitch in the bathroom because he's all mad that he got arrested.
I mean, if you could
Yeah, but
work.
what value would you get from that? Like, what are you thinking? Because you also have to take in consideration the chance that you do get found and how bad
Yeah,
that's going to look on us.
Yeah,
If-
I see that.
If you get
Just-
found trying to circumvent their authority, that's going to massively damage your chances of
Okay, don't
brokering
Yeah.
peace.
Okay, I'll
Like,
go.
I'm not saying no, but what's the reward
Well, my
to
initial
match that
thought
risk?
go, well, fuck it. I'll just go look and see if these guys are dead or not, because it's only an hour away.
It's an hour away by rail.
Riding a gondola is how I. What do you mean by rail?
Like,
You guys never played Mass Effect where you get like two choices and if you choose one, the other goes away?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but play in a role playing game.
I
man.
look at them and go,
We don't-
yeah, they're all fucking dead. That would really matter. Like, oh, hey, I'm sorry, your friends are dead. Versus, oh, we just got 20, 24 people that are fighting capable. But yeah, if it's in game logic, yes, I don't want to play the system and do both. A very good point. I will play along and not be invisible and be all skulky.
I mean,
will.
You can if you want to, but your chances of getting found
prepare
are
for the
so high.
consequences.
They're so incredibly high.
It's he respects Krista far too much to be that disubordinate. What's the word I'm looking for?
Insubordinate?
Insubordinate. So
And how about you, Nix? Will you respect my authority? No.
She's
Flat-
like sitting in the corner talking to herself. Suit. What?
Drop down and give me 20.
She like pulls out her wallet.
lays on the ground and starts counting out loud. I got you. Good.
I like that one better.
All right, but before you guys make a decision,
Yes, let's hear what Tara has to say.
I would heavily suggest going out into Hivehome.
Okay, let's go out into Hivehome.
Okay.
I mean,
To
I
hear
didn't
what
think we
Tara
were
has to
gonna
say.
decide before we did that, but okay.
Rangers can't move even if you touch them. They got the funny hats on.
What?
What?
He's talking about like British soldiers with the Royal Guard.
The royal
Oh.
All right.
touch their hat though, they'll fucking kill you.
So we were able to just like open your door and tell your guard that hey, you'd like to go out, and they're more than happy to go with you. Like they're excited about it.
Are they sociable?
Yeah,
Or are they willing to offer us a tour?
yeah, actually.
Ooh, yeah.
Why are you happy?
Why are you unhappy?
Because I'm overly unhappy, Yaku.
The first thing they tell you as they walk you out of the administrative district is that the city you're in, Hivehome, is the largest of the city-states of the Hercynian United Cities. It has the population of, you would surmise, a large metropolitan city, and it occupies a vast constellation of islands that rise up from a large underground ocean. From initial calculations from Rogue, whenever you first arrived, the ocean around Hivehome measures many thousands of kilometers, and it seems to stretch into a vast network of chambers, fissures, caverns, and cavities. The largest chambers in this system, the guards fill you in on when you make note of that. Like the one Hivehome resides in, are large enough to have their own weather systems. It can rain down here.
Ooh.
And
I kind of want to move in. This sounds really nice.
though the subterranean world is deep below the surface, vents and columns connect the two worlds. Fresh water will spill in through tall, narrow columns, much like rain. In Hivehome, the guards are pointing this out to you as you're walking. In Hivehome, the Hercynians have built wide basin columns above the city to capture some of the fresh water, feeding a elevated set of aqueducts. Some of the rain columns are cyclical, depending on the flow of rivers and lakes on the planet's surface. The seasonal rain columns are directed over public plazas, more aesthetic than infrastructural, to be honest. They were once meant to be decorative, interactive water features for the Gregorian young. Now they rain over algae-slick mosaics. The plazas occupied by Hercynian street vendors, the rain columns used to feed cultivating pools filled with cave fish and crustaceans. Hivehome, entirely populated. The old Gregorian workers' quarters and noble halls were converted to the human standards of comfort. There's thriving industries of mycology, fishing, and crustacean husbandry. All of this keeps the people fed, and a bustling trade of above-ground agriculture has formed. They actually stop at a street vendor offering food and pay for you to have a taste.
With the potato.
Oh my god, this is the best date.
It's crab. It tastes like crab.
Oh,
It's
these sons of
crab.
bitches.
This-
Are these giant fuckers that we saw over there? I'm
This is
talking with the
what I
mouthful.
wanted. Oh my god.
Are
Call
these
yourselves Fox Squad.
these giant crabs we saw?
Yes,
They're
but smaller.
like the fucking. Oh, smaller. Oh, okay.
Nix is in heaven.
The guards make an offhand comment that above ground farming for the spices used in this food is actually pretty recent. Only like 200 or so years old. Given the effects of, and they say given the effects of the TBK. And, well,
Total planet kill?
TBK.
Oh. Total planet kill?
Total biome kill.
Oh. So, are
EBK?
those,
Is this something we're familiar with?
You have not heard this term before.
what's that?
The TBK.
Yeah, what is it?
You don't know about the TBK?
Can I have some of it?
We're relatively new to this planet.
During the war with your union, whenever they fell on their back foot, they deployed and kind of looks away uncomfortably. They deployed troops capable of destroying everything. From what we've been able to glean, they called it a total biome kill.
Biological weapons, or?
Well, the mechs that we both use now, I believe, were the result of the okay. Krista, you remember something?
What do I remember?
Your licensure for the Taurus, the model of machine it is, called a World Killer Genghis.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad you didn't ride that bitch in here.
He did.
That would have been. Oh no!
Yeah, I'm about to say you're in the Taurus right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Krista grabs at her chin in contemplation.
Oh,
Maybe that's what the call sign World Killer is referring to.
You are aware of it then.
no, that was the previous administration.
Do I need to get some evidence real quick?
What is
Do
it?
we
Second gen?
do
what
we
is it called?
know?
What? Go ahead.
Do we know about a raising of the planet?
No.
No,
They hid that.
Yeah.
those
Buried it.
records were lost to time. Well,
Is it-
enough unpleasantness. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Here you'll see
Please.
some.
Lead on.
You'll see some of our domiciles. As they show them off, you see they're made of supple, smooth stone. Most of the structures in Hivehome in general were crafted like millennia ago. This place is old as fuck. By Gregorians. The
Is there
homes
a mixture?
the homes tend to be over large, with ceilings around 3 meters tall. So they're generally taller than they are wide. Hercynians cover their ceilings with worm silk tapestries just so it feels less huge. You know, like less like you're swallowed by a room. Most domiciles are comprised of a large common room divided by wicker screens to give some privacy to those who live here. The Hercynians spread several generations of a family out among 3 or more adjacent common rooms, depending on how much money they have, which they have connected with human-carved passages into which doors are set. The most desirable homes on the capital island are at the edge of the plateau and have windows and balconies that look out to the sea.
So what are they like? What are they made out of? Because I can't stop thinking like a giant dirt dauber nest.
Stone. Like very smooth finished stone.
I
Like
touch it
like
and I
warped
say,
stone,
ooh.
or like they carved it out of the side of the mountain, or what?
Like carved out of the side of the mountain. Kind of like
Okay,
a dirt
cool.
dauber nest.
Okay, but like
Rock instead of dirt.
stronger dirt. Got it. Okay, I like it.
I touch the building and I say, ooh, supple.
It comes to your attention that there's warmth down here, and you can feel what feels like sunlight on your skin, but there's no sunlight here. As you bring this up to the guards, one of them goes, "Ah, the first humans that occupied this hive created a massive network of UV lamps at different levels throughout the city. They burn and dim based on the natural human circadian cycle.
Oh.
How are these lamps powered?
Let's say we'll go with electricity.
Where does this electricity come from? Tell me your secrets.
I don't have this information.
What's an electricity?
They call them.
That's fine.
They call them sunlights. The guard makes note that the keeping them running, keeping them functional, and keeping them powered is such a huge undertaking that a lamplighter is a prestigious job amongst the Hercynians.
Ooh.
The remaining Gregorians are not, they lived in darkness pretty much. They've learned to live with the light, though. Newer generations have begun to adapt towards living in light, and have kind of started moving away from their old morphologies. They seem to be a very malleable species. The guards take you atop a high spire, so you can get a better view of the city as a whole. And before you spreads out a forest of stone domes and spires, built atop the largest central island of the archipelago. It is steep and stepped. To ascend and descend its steps, pedestrians are using streets and public stairs, and there's a set of funiculars, gondolas, and elevators that connect all of the different layers of the city. And on top of the whole pile is an octagonal, vaulted structure topped by a massive mosaic dome, itself crowded with walks and balconies. Guards tell you this is the Overminds Palace, the Dome of the Heavens. It's the old seat of the Overmind.
The
And
Overmind?
seeing your kind of confusion, they explained that the Overmind was the leader of the Gregorians.
Like the queen?
You could think of it that way.
Is that offensive to think it that way?
It's kind of alien to the Gregorians to think of it that way.
Wait, do they have genders?
No, not again.
One thing you've noted.
He just the guard just
Broken off.
goes over.
One thing that you've noted is that the technology of the Hercynians seem to be stuck at old Union tech. They're centuries-old CompCon units. Electricity is generated by cold core salvaged by scrapped mechs. You see old icons of human tech, mostly weapons and machines of war, but you note they don't have printers. They don't have OmniNet tech. And they don't have access to any kind of blink space Everything else they have is the product of salvage, scrap, and ingenuity.
Yeah, I wanted to.
I guess
What?
you're not getting a new mech for a while.
Well, I wanted to set up my hook while we're walking around just to see if I can find any like higher level tech that's out of place.
Browsing
Well,
for Wi-Fi.
You get
Yeah.
you get
Your
strange
Bluetooth stinks.
you get strange looks as you activate your Bluetooth, and you
Mhm.
get nothing.
Weird. Okay. Well, I want to keep it running while we're walking around, just out of curiosity.
And with this, your general tour is finished. But the guards say, now we have some other places that we can take. And
Oh.
yes,
Why did you raise your eyebrows like that?
I didn't. Just
Oh,
just
my
some
imagining.
just some notable locations, like the Mid-Al Keys. They lead you to the edge of the plateau, to the busiest seaport in Hivehome, jutting into the dark sea and canaled deep into the rock under Hivehome's bulk. The keys are docks and warehouses, both for local commerce, ships, and those from outlying minor island towns. This place, fucking busy. It is crawling with people. There
How
are
many Gregorians?
just tons. They're spread all throughout the human population.
Wow.
Yaku racist.
It's starting to feel that way.
What are you talking? Do you know any aliens?
I do. My suit counts as an alien, I believe.
Also, Rogue is technically an alien.
True.
The guards point out from the Mid-Isle Keys, you can see the gondola network reaching out to some of the satellite isles, as well as mid-wall and high-wall ports. He mentions that they are the most popular method of mass transit for work and pleasure. Everyone uses them, and there's commute and rush hours where they are just covered with people. Each individual carousel is decorated in the art and characters of the neighborhoods they serve, and they're pretty common meeting spots for any business, like business of literally any kind. As you ride one of the gondolas to the Overminds Palace, he points out several residential neighborhoods: Rocker Run Park, 5 Points, Carousel Row, Dome Found, Market Street. These are where Hercynians and Gregorians lived in mixed company, built with the characteristic high density of Hivehome's quote wall share quote multifamily homes. Most amenities are no more than a 20-minute walk away, especially in hard storms. Especially hard storms, the least elevated neighborhoods, Market Street and 5 Points, often experience some flooding. You pass through C-Note, Skyline, and Colonnades, which are known to be upscale neighborhoods. They're on the higher steps of the city. They feature many more detached homes, plazas, private offices, and restaurants, as opposed to cart parks, dining halls, and the cafeterias in the lower. And eventually, you reach the Overminds Palace. The guard says, unfortunately, without express permission from the leaders of the city, we are unable to allow you in. This is one of the few areas that it's off limits to you. But he brought you up here for a purpose. He gestures high above, and you see an almost artificial sun. He says, "This is the Helios High Point. This is the largest solar lamp array and the central force control hang tower for the HUC Rangers. It is the headquarters for active duty command, contrast to high command, which can be found in the Dome of the Heavens," which he says it's on top of the Overminds Palace, but you can't see it from this angle. And from here, you can see our last three main points of note. The Marble Arcade. He points a little ways down into the colonnades. You see a large, very, very beautifully carved building. That is the Marble Arcade. Kind of a mixture of a public museum and research college. It is dedicated to the study, restoration, interpretation, preservation, and display of Gregorian artifacts from before the crisis.
Is it open to the public?
Indeed. It's
Is it
very
open to us.
It's very popular with empaths and their partners. And yes, it is open to you. There,
Good.
he points down into Carousel Row. There is Rainfall Fields. That is one of our most popular parks in the city. During winter, the channels and crevasses that connect Hivehome's ceiling to the surface of the world feed the Rainfall Fields with a steady torrent of water. It shuts down a significant portion of the park, to be honest, but it puts on quite the show. And it keeps the city supplied with rock-filtered water. And lastly, those two buildings, he points to what appears to be a large cathedral and a large sepulchre in the C-Note neighborhood, is the Catholic Union Cathedral and the tomb of St. The Catholic Union Cathedral is where the Hercynian Church of Catholic Union keeps its headquarters, and the Tomb of St. Telus is a holy site dedicated to the remains of St. Telus, though the only earthly remains of him remaining femur investments. He's a folk saint canonized by the Catholic Union on Hercynia, but since Hercynia is isolated from the rest of the galaxy, he's not yet been canonized by the broader Catholic Union. It actually kind of surprises you that there is a Catholic Union church here, since Hercynia is in the middle of nowhere and was thought to be uninhabited.
Is that still something practiced?
Yes, it is.
Is that like the major religion of the Union?
It's one of them.
Oh wow. Really held fast.
Neat.
I wonder if it's
They
one of.
say they take a
I
bite.
mean, I guess we're talking to the dude. How many religions are alive around here?
Well,
Is that the main one?
around here, primarily just the Catholic Union. There are some others. They're from another city-state taking the name of St. Telus. And they have few misgivings with us having the sepulchre.
Oh, that's never good.
He shakes his head. Agreed. I think the last thing of note to you all is, well, here in the Overminds, Palace, I can't let you in. But I can give you a little bit of information, at least. It's been a long time, but we finally have a new Overmind sitting on the plinth of the palace. They are named Endeavor. And thanks to their presence, thousands of dominant Gregorians have reawoken. All of the Gregorians you see around here, most of them are awake and still alive thanks to Endeavor.
Am I misremembering? Is Endeavor something we've encountered?
New to me.
Okay.
Because I immediately started thinking of my hero joke as soon as he
You're
said
thinking
it.
of Endeavor from My Hero.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'd say this is the first time I've had this stream of stupid jokes, so I think this is the first time we've heard of them.
Okay. Just clarifying. Are they done?
As he finishes his spiel, a Gregorian exits the Overminds Palace. Appears to be dressed in very, very rich, very regal clothing. The guard sees them and speaks with them in a language you don't know or heard. It's strange, a kind of lilting speech. It's very difficult to find any kind of rhyme, reason, rhythm, or even like solid words from it. And as the guard and the Gregorian finish their very brief conversation, the guard looks to you. Ah, you've never heard witness, have you?
I beg your pardon?
Witness, means to speak. It is the language of the Gregorians. It's sort of how do I put it? It's like shared subjectivity. It's explain it. Witness is difficult to explain. It's easier to experience.
I have a subject that's been sweet. Does that mean I can understand it?
No. It's think of it this way. Okay, think of it this way. When we speak in
I looked at Krista like, this guy's fucking crazy.
Nyx is very enthused.
we speak in union common. We communicate primarily with words, occasionally with body language. But witness is spoken not only verbally, but has additional components to it, encompassing emotion, personal memory, and even ancestral knowledge. It is like communicating from one mind to another on the most empathetic way possible.
This is like that Star Trek language that speaks in memes.
Well, seeing as how Nyx is like 50% internet as far as her brain is concerned, this piques her interest.
I love the meme.
Well, not the meme part. I mean the style of communicating, like the mind to mind, soul to soul thing that she's.
Can't be
I
happy.
assume familiar with a very diluted version of it, by comparison.
Alright, let's see. And the guard is able to take you to... As the guard turns to lead you away, kind of stops. And turns back to the Overminds Palace. I believe, and the door opens and another Gregorian exits the building and approaches you as the group.
Ooh.
Good day. You are visitors from Evergreen. It's almost like a question, but it's not. It's like a mixture between a question and a statement.
What do you mean, a question and a statement?
He said it like a statement, but it had a slight questioning.
A statement looking for confirmation, just to be sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Your presence is requested amongst Endeavor. And the guard kind of like that they're not supposed to do that. They're not allowed.
Nyx is excited.
Okay. Well, you follow me. I can give you a bit of a crash course on many things on the way to Endeavor's plinth.
Before we get there, can I have just a sec?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be right back.
So, the guard says that he is able to fill you in on some stuff about the Gregorians. Just giving you like just a super quick crash course. Hivehome here is home to Endeavor and most of the rest of the remaining Gregorians, period. There's a ton, or there's a few that populate the other city-states, mostly the City of Daylight, and there's a smaller population in Rainfall Fields. But Hivehome has the highest concentration of them. This is true of both living and static Gregorians, which static Gregorians lie dormant in hibernation following the crisis. They're equal to humans in every way in this new society, and the Gregorians are included in any and all definitions of Hercynian personhood, so they're people in the same way that NHPs are people.
Ooh, cool.
Gregorians are hexapedal, carbon-based, hard-shelled arthropods. They're a little closer to crustaceans than insects, so people call them bugs, but they're not really bugs. They're more crabs.
I suddenly want to eat them.
They're covered.
Yeah, but they still have the dust.
They're covered in chitinous plating and have a leathery epidermis that comprises their integumentary system. And they do have vestigial scaled wings, like a butterfly or a moth, but they can't fly with them. So the wings are often pulled back, decorated, or draped in the same way a human would drape clothing. Gregorian forelimbs are flexible and relatively strong despite their size. They have fine motor controls, and they're pretty dexterous. They've been shown to wield human weapons and tools with minimal discomfort. Most Gregorians also have a thick ruff, like a mane of feathery hair, and antennae surrounding their neck. The ruff is incredibly expressive, very much functioning like a cat's whiskers. One of the most notable features of the Gregorian is part of their head plate. They get calcified chitin that grows in patterns, ridges, horns, and they call them, quote, crowns. They're unique. Kind of like a human has unique fingerprints, every Gregorian has a unique crown. They also serve a secondary purpose. Anyone attuned to witness can touch the plate and read it, receiving information, experiences, and history from its owner. The markings on an Gregorian's cranial plate carry mimetic patterns associated with their overmind. So, if you can speak witness, you can touch an Gregorian on the head and get just a shitload of information about them.
That's cool.
And then, of course, morphologically, Gregorians vary based on their lifestyle and activities. They grow over their early life before they eventually settle into a distinct kind of form, quote unquote. Like an Gregorian that performs a lot of manual labor early in life would be stronger with a wider head plate, but one that's more undertakes a lot more fine motor work might have more flexible chitin and better eyesight. They're able to like self-specialize as they grow, essentially.
Interesting.
A few Gregorians, mostly among those revived from pre-crisis stasis, manifest rarer moltings. So, like, some of them manifest as warrior morphs, like Terror, the leader of the Gregorian. I have forgotten the word. The Gregorian commander is a warrior morph. They are about the size of a draft horse. They're thorned and armored like battle tanks, and their head plates are grown into fierce horns. They're a
Good.
rare sight in the Hivehome, and most are pretty elderly. Even rarer still are exomorph. Gregorians capable of spaceborne flight. They are the warriors of the old war. There are no more exomorphs in Hivehome or any of the cities of the HUC, and it's assumed most are long dead. Many Gregorians mark and decorate their chitin as part of their daily sartorial choices. So, like, they'll do things like decorate their chitin head plates with superficial scarring, stipling, or tattooing, kind of like a form of self-expression. Many also wear cords and knots, wrapped strands of dyed worm silk, indicating which city-state they've pledged their loyalty. The language of the Gregorians, as the guards already explained, is witness, which is generally done person to person, but it's also kind of think of it kind of like a hive mind. They remain connected to their overmind in a way that all of the Gregorians describe as comforting, and they're able to share subjectivity amongst each other. So, for the lack of a better word, they don't have a distinction between, like, the memory of their species as a whole and their own memory. Kind of like Legion, like the Geth. Think about that. That, but bugs.
Yeah, I like it.
Then unique among the Gregorians is Endeavor. He is a Overmind, which is the polar mind in which all Gregorians orient their own individual subjectivities. So he's kind of like how NHPs are shackled, and that makes them experience the world as a human might. Endeavor keeps all of the Gregorians like shackled to each other so that they are able to experience the world as an Gregorian is meant to. The Overmind acts as a vessel for storing ancestral memories, both good and bad. So, there's a potential. Locked up deep in Endeavor, there's some bad memories from the war. The guard makes mention that there are a few people in Hivehome that question if Endeavor recognizes themselves as an individual or not. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. The way Endeavor says it, they are alive at many moments in time. Some imaginary, many dreamed, and all essentially real. They might be their own person, might be a physical avatar of witness, but it doesn't bother them. You cut them, they feel pain. You kiss them, they feel your lips. And that's good enough for witness.
Is witness something that the average person can learn?
Yes. And there is a mechanical way to learn it, too.
I am so very intrigued. In and out of character. So very intrigued.
When you level up, if you go in your comp con, go
Well,
in
that's
your,
what that was.
go in your compendium, go in your talents, you should have a talent called Empath.
That's very far.
Oh, yeah. I was originally looking at that.
That is a way to learn witness.
That's cool.
Witness me.
And you don't have to be born an empath to become an empath. Anyone, just like anyone on Hercynia, can become one. It's something you learn.
That's cool.
As the guard finishes his his super quick crash course, he ends with explaining that human interaction with witness is the ability to actively engage with it, and it's actually pretty rare. Some especially empathetic partner, or some especially empathetic individuals, will find a symbiotic partner amongst the Gregorians, and he mentions Dethal Ordo, the daughter of Elir Ordo, is bonded to an Gregorian named Mirth. And even further still, there are especially empathetic humans that can participate in witness that are functionally, they interact with it functionally in the exact same way an Gregorian does.
Cool. I like it.
The Gregorians do not view those whom they are not bonded with. They don't view them as interlopers or invaders. They just kind of treat them like they're late arrivals.
Mm-hmm.
And they believe witness was made to share. So they welcome when humans are able to witness. The guard puts his hand on the door leading into Endeavor's plinth, and he says, one last thing. Never touch the head plate of an Gregorian without their permission.
Consent is important.
Yes. It would be like if someone tried to grab you by the genitals. Don't do it.
Head plates are not consent.
Is having genitals is not consent.
That's pretty much all I have.
Fox Squad will keep their hands to themselves.
I would certainly hope so.
As we always do.
Why does it
Overly
sound like you
handsy
don't?
Gyaku.
Overly what?
Overly handsy Gyaku.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Where is this coming
Cancel.
from?
I know why you wanted to
Canceled.
be invisible.
I'm gonna get canceled.
No one can touch me. I am not going to get canceled.
Click, clack, click, clack, click. You enter Endeavor's room. Make a page for Endeavor. I should have done this during the break.
Yeah. Right.
I think I have a picture of Endeavor.
I swear, if you fucking do the one with the flames all over his face.
You enter Endeavor's chamber. Endeavor, the chief mind, the Prime's subjective presence across the Gregorian gestalt. They were the first Gregorian to emerge following the crisis, so whatever that was. Though whether that was because they were an Overmind, or because of whatever event made them into an Overmind, no one knows. They're smaller than they thought you'd be. I mean, they're still larger than most of the Gregorians you've seen so far, but you expected bigger. They are a figure of outstanding gravity. The room seems to bend around their presence. The quiet hush of work from their many attendants, officers, and advisors radiates from a ring about their central plinth. Endeavor's integuments are stippled with mosaic chips of iridescent chitin, artifacts that indicate their age, charting their many ecdysis. I believe that's many more. I was right. Ignisis is Moltings. Look at that. Context clues. They're
Hey,
important. Their eyes glimmer with the same deep opalescence as their fellow Gregorians, and even seated with legs tucked, they exude an air of grace, a form in perfect control. Their feathery crown lies flat, but would be grand should they raise it. And they are dressed in the same kind of fine sashes and robes you have seen worn by other civilian Gregorians. Endeavor unfolds their limbs and stands as soon as they see you, waving away their advisors. They move down from their plinth, slow, steady, unhurried. There is something terrible in their movement. The dark emerald of their form, the quiet click of their tarsals on the smooth stone floor, an awesome beauty. A reminder. A promise. Hello, they say. I have been curious about you since you arrived in this world. Let me ask you plain. What end?
not really an end, but kind of like a beginning. We're trying to help out the colonists who want to start a life here. Your Majesty.
You attempt to assist those of Evergreen. Correct.
Yeah.
You feel Endeavor's eyes on you appraisingly.
I'm like, did I lie? I don't think I lied. I think I told the truth.
Your presence here has unfortunately stirred tensions among my people that have long been dormant. You are aware of this.
Well, that's not good.
Endeavor doesn't seem to be speaking to you specifically, Yaku, but like you as a concept, like all of you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if y'all want to jump in.
I mean, like, is Homo
I don't
muted?
want-
I feel like this is the kind of thing that Krista
Yeah,
would be jumping
I
all
was
over.
quiet until he
I
was.
was, yeah. Homo, are you there?
Yeah, no, I was here. I was just letting Gyaku
Okay.
do Gyaku.
You were enjoying yourself too much. Now fix this.
uh, so we were assigned to assist the colony of Evergreen, but that was before we had knowledge of what Hercynia truly holds.
Then with this
No.
newfound apologies, continue.
Though our initial mission still stands, we are more free agents than the average soldier, and assisting those in need, whoever they may be, is a priority we take pride in.
And with your newfound information, I will ask again, and do you seek?
I would like to bridge the gap between the two worlds that exist on Hercynia. Those in the colony are good and reasonable people, and I have witnessed among Hivehome similar, well-meaning people. I believe a compromise, an alliance, could be feasible and beneficial.
Endeavor thinks for a second. Many have come to this world seeking to help us. Endeavor lingers in silence. Hope you know what that means. They motion towards the door. Thank you for speaking with me. Find you interesting. Work resumes in the chamber. More accurately, you realize for the first time that work was continuing all around you while you spoke with Endeavor. You feel compelled to bow in the chamber. Later, you realize something about Endeavor. When you first saw them, you had the sense that space seemed oriented around them in some way. Something you initially wrote off as an artifact of their status and the architecture of the chambers. You realize, though, as you think closely on your discussion, that there was some kind of subtle aberration at the edges of their form. Millimeters, no more, or millimeters, no more. Or your perception of them grew fuzzy. Then you realize, at the edge of their shape, the borders of their body actually did bend the light, distorting the space around them as a lens moves across a field of stars. The guard awaits you as you exit the chamber. He kind of shuffles side to side. I've never had an opportunity to speak with Endeavor. What were they like?
Intimidating.
I've heard that.
It was eye-opening. It made the universe feel much larger than I perceived it before.
Krista, was that a good meeting?
Nah, I think only the future will tell, but we were earnest in our discussion.
Yeah, I felt like you would know it any lies. So I didn't even try.
And that was a good call. But we won't know until future contact is established.
Outside. Is this the one that was gonna give us the other mission?
No, that's Terra.
Terra. Okay.
As you exit the Overminds Palace, you have kind of a moment of realization. You're in Hivehome. You've learned the truth. The world, not just Hercynia, but the world as a moment in time and a hint towards future moments, not as limited as you thought. Watch the Gregorian dancers in the plaza, view their histories in the marble arcade, listen, and for witness. See the young humans and Gregorians playing alongside each other. It is time to find a place in this new reality. Go out and say hello. Think of the future without separation between the human. It takes a day or so, but a messenger finally arrives with a summons. Terror, the Gregorian military commander, wishes to speak with you. At the same time, Bethal Ordo hails with a reminder of their request. Both express. Dethal expresses that she's sure neither party will take offense at whatever you decide to do, and neither request is more pressing than the other. She mentions that it could be important for the characters to at least meet with Terror. Oops. She might mention that it's important for you guys to at least meet with Terror.
Is it Terra or Terror?
Terror, like fear.
No.
Mm.
That's not a good name.
Don't judge people by their
Yaku,
names.
you're being racist again.
Overly racist Yaku. My call sign is still overly cowardly.
For now.
Oh, you do have a summons from Terror. You will be, you will have a choice to make on which you would like to pursue after you meet with Terror.
Alrighty.
You are received into the Gregorian commander's chambers. Before you sits Terror.
Oh,
An old
boy!
Gregorian warmorph, bolted in the last days of the Hercynian crisis, sent into hibernation under desperation. Their kind is rare. Terror is about the size of a bull or a large draft horse. Their enormous, heavy forelimbs are built for combat. See enormous scythe-like blades with a rugged, almost metallic edge. Their horned skull is adorned with stone fangs. Once, they would have seemed Setcom's worst nightmares made flesh-tearing bug built for war. Of course, Terror is no such thing. They're a complicated person. They're weary of war. They have a wry, calm manner, and they offer you. Unlike their forelimbs, their secondary frontal limbs are small, thinner, and have a delicate touch. They have a habit of tapping these limbs on surfaces to emphasize point. As Terror speaks with you, you find yourself remembering? No, that's not quite the right word. Not that easy. It's kind of learning, as if learning was a process of uncovering something deep that you held once, or that had it taken from you. Their words are lost. Though they speak Union Common, instead you focus on the remembrance, learning, a word you don't recognize, a realization. In the cold of the dead hive, there are yet some potential lives. Gregorians, ancestors, contingency being. Everything on this world is contingency. Why did everyone think this garden would die? You are to accompany my scouts, my eyes, and atone through service. Perform for me this tribute. Words that aren't quite proper, but fit the meaning. Find me viable forms of those who came before. Find me the sword and spear, my ancestors' ancient memories used in battle. Bring them here. Let no beast, memory, ghost, or human prevent your return. Do this and you'll have my joy, approval, favor. You realize the words he uses, interspersed in normal Union Common, are what your brain is making sense of. Terror is witnessing you.
Oh.
Hey, what is this about? I thought consent was important.
Oh my god.
Only for touching their head crowns.
Yeah, but my head crown is on the inside of my brain, and you're touching it.
No. I say he is witnessing you, but it's more of he is speaking and you are witnessing him.
Oh, I see. Okay. Telepathically communicating rather than him probing my brain.
Yes.
Okay. That is an important distinction. Thank you.
Not long ago, a Hercynian scout team breached a previously identified hive site, a neighbor to Hivehome, that appears to be about half of Hivehome's size. The scouts reported tens of thousands of Gregorian eggs, kept buried and hidden from the ravages of war. These eggs date back centuries, but many, less, are still viable. And with some help, they could birth a new generation of Gregorians. In addition to this, scouts also reported caches of materials, old model weapons and artifacts, all of which possess considerable material and cultural value to Hivehome. Terra's request is simple. Accompany a Hercynian reclamation salvage team as it escorts an Gregorian revivalist named Bitter into the old hive to flag useful equipment and viable candidates for revival. Terra mentions that you are chosen. No rangers are free to assist. There is need for this kind of protection. The machine's forces are known to lurk ground, and an encounter at the Hive site without protection would result in the death of many and the loss of our future. If you want to earn the trust of Hivehome and the Gregorian population in particular, this is a damn good way.
I'm for this mission.
Yeah, I think this one's better.
Are we needing to choose this very moment?
Yes. You can have a moment to discuss it above table if you'd like that.
Yeah.
So, like, if these guys are a hive mind, I think helping out one of, like, the top people of the hive mind would be a good way to make this effort go really long fucking way.
Yeah.
And it's got more certainty compared to, like,
They may or may
potentially saving the soldiers. If the soldiers are dead, that kind of loses its potential, but I feel like this has potential regardless. Assuming we just don't just, like, completely fail.
Don't eat the eggs.
Oh no.
Scrambled egg
What?
Gregorian. Yummy.
Now that you mention it.
I thought we were looking for artifacts. Were we looking for eggs?
Yeah, we're trying
Artifacts are the
to
eggs.
trying to birth new Gregorian species,
Oh.
The eggs got left behind.
which,
They didn't get left
depending
behind.
on how
They
fast
were
they
hidden.
grow, they could be an asset in themselves.
Yeah.
Yo, this fucker's an asset. He's a
Yeah.
draft horse with razor blades for hands.
Yeah, but keep in mind we go against like giant robots.
Yeah, but he could rip one open.
Maybe. I mean, no, I am on board with this one.
Yeah.
I'm just
I think
playing devil advocate a little.
I think this has the most mileage by far.
I agree. And not just like this sounds more fun. It's in the sense of like, okay, we succeed. 100%. Best case scenario for the other mission. We got 20 people and we made someone that already likes us like us more.
Mm-hmm.
This one, we get a brand new ally. And that's awesome in my book.
Yeah, because like on one side we're helping out the humans, and on the other side we're helping out basically like the old world mechs.
Whom they respect.
Yeah.
All right, so this is what you want to do.
I'm down.
I'm done.
Then where in the conversation were we, Will?
At the point where you accept. You're just like making a choice essentially.
Okay. In order to demonstrate the Lancer's good intentions towards the Gregorian people and Hivehome in general, we choose to accept this mission you have provided us.
Your assistance is much appreciated, Lancers. We'll have your machines, steeds brought to the deployment site Terror waves over an attendant and speaks to them in witness. His Gregorian attendant leads you away and actually thanks you for your assistance. The attendant leads you through Hivehome until eventually you get to a gondola station. Waiting for you at the gondola station is a tall Gregorian, painted with various shades of yellow decoratively. They introduce themselves as Bitter, the revivalist, and he has 2 Gregorian assistants. The gondola takes you across the sea to a midport where there is a rover waiting for you. There's enough space on the rover to take you to take all of you to the deployment zone. As you're ready to board the rover, though, a barge arrives with all of your mechs on board.
Nix immediately runs up and starts inspecting Rogue and seeing how he's doing.
A little wet.
Hey!
Oh, that's fine. We
He's
can
really
fix
happy
that.
to see you.
Oh.
He pees when he's excited. It's okay.
Do
Is
you?
the Taurus causing issues?
Taurus is also there. As you bring Taurus into the midport, Bitter seems kind of wary.
Krista feels she must address this. Though the history was unknown to me before, I realize this mech may have some controversial symbolism.
Bitter speaks up because his assistants will not. A tool is a tool. Worry not if you did not know context. Your memory as a species is not as deep as ours. Your kind forgets. This is okay. This is expected.
I am grateful for your understanding.
All right.
And I promise you that this machine is not meant to be a tool of destruction in the way that it was in the past.
Have met with Endeavor, who have met with Terror. I trust you have our best intentions at heart. I've seen no reason otherwise.
Thank you, Bitter.
Come, let us secure Gregorian future.
Be nuts.
And with that, Bitter and their assistants board the rover and begin setting off down a tunnel.
And I assume we follow in our mechs?
Yes.
Okay.
Woo! I'm home.
All right.
Da, 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 da.
Heard it too.
All right. As you set off down the tunnel, you follow the rover. Eventually, it opens into a larger tunnel system. You see this tunnel system is filled with both eggs and artifacts alike, and Bitter and their assistants immediately set to work flagging what can be salvaged and who can be saved and what cannot.
Okay. Are we to provide assistance in collection, or is that something they'd rather us not handle?
You are there to provide defense in case of attacks.
Okay. Then we will stand by.
As they are working, though, from an eastern tunnel, and hearing a sound like grinding and scraping, like something digging through the earth and dirt.
Nix,
Something coming to the surface.
do you hear that, Nix?
I do. Can I try to do like a quick scan for it?
And as you send out a scan pulse, you do not detect anything. But still, your sensors are telling you that there is waves of sound coming from that direction, somewhere to the east.
We've probably got organics. Be on your toes.
Organics?
I point my giant fuck off cannon at it.
I'm not picking up anything.
I will take the Vanguard's the front, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will take the Vanguard with my slow but intimidating Genghis Khan world killer. The Taurus. A bull of a machine ready to meet the challenge head on.
Alright.
I imagine me and Yaku are like getting ready for whatever this noise is, and you like step up to the Vanguard and pose, thinking that to yourself about your mech.
Come on. I'm being
Forrest, it's a
theatrical.
bull. Come on.
As you make your way into the tunnel system, following the sound of this burrowing. Ooh, I never joined as player. Hit the spin.
Oh,
There we go.
quick. Look
I've
at the
already done it.
stream.
Oh, look at
Alright.
me, I'm a little bitty thing. Hee hee hee.
The sound you were hearing is still coming from the east.
Northeast, southeast?
East.
The general east.
Due east.
So I didn't misinterpret what you were saying, right? Because I didn't pick up anything, it wasn't anything mechanical.
Not as far as you know.
Okay.
Of course, they could have strawberry jam.
Oh my
fuck,
God.
not again. It took weeks last time. No. Are we in a staging area, or are we good to move around?
Or good to move.
Okay. Crunch, crunch.
Those
Tick, tick, tick,
platforms that don't look like dirt or the platforms that don't look like path are wall. You don't move through them.
Okay.
I don't
You guys
know.
want us to split up?
I see some skinny ant-sized paths around here. We might need someone to check.
Oh, my clicky clacks aren't picking up on the mic.
We could like split up, like circling around small areas. I don't want to stretch out too far though.
Okay.
This place is pretty
I'll go
big.
down
Like if you
this-
guys go that way, I'll go this way.
All right. You go that way. I'll go home. Check down that tunnel if you would.
Doot, doot, doot.
Anybody picking up anything?
I found an ant.
Wait. Rogue. Ant, stop.
I'm not moving.
Alright. As you
Da, 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 da.
as you step over a certain spot, Rogue, the weight of your mech, you feel, sends vibrations through the ground. And the vibrations amplify more than just stepping on the ground should do. And bursting from the ground
Ah.
is a massive worm creature.
Fuck!
It's a giant worm.
In fact, Taurus, one bursts from behind you as well.
Oh fuck, we got graboids. They're in the ground.
Rogue, you do another quick pulse, and you realize something. You begin picking up biological signatures. Not just these two, though, but hundreds of them. Thousands.
Lovely.
As you interpret the scan, you note only 2 of them appear to be this big. Most of the others are smaller.
Kill the babies.
You highlight the area around you, and the walls are covered in juveniles.
Which wall?
All of them.
Oh.
Oh.
Are we expecting these to be the mothers then? Or some kind
You-
of mutation?
Have stumbled into the nest of a pair of Gregorian hive worms. Hercynian hive worms.
Mm-hmm.
All you really know about them, that these are real damn big. Terror was concerned about machine forces, and that's reasonable. But it seems that machines aren't the only dangers in these caverns.
Yeah, this looks like this could eat a bullet.
The main threat they face in the hive comes from the planet itself.
So how far away from us are they working on the eggs? Is it just like back here?
Literally on the other side of the map.
Okay.
Like you get to the west, and then you go one space, and you're at the hive site.
Okay.
All right. And with that, combat. Again.
Woo! Where's my initiative?
All right, who wants to go first?
I'll go ahead. I don't think there's any advantage to any one of us going first, so
The most I plan to do is scan for any like noteworthy weakness.
you want to do that first? I mean, I don't think it's going to change what I do, but
If you want me to. If not, I'll do it whenever I go.
yeah, let me just hit this thing.
Okay.
I'll try hitting
Burn
it
as
with
many
the
eggs as
plasma
you
ball.
can, please.
What? Are you trying to outrage these things further?
Yeah, he's the tank.
One thing you do note,
We have, like, 3
Rogue, is that the area appears to be filled with old Gregorian weaponry.
Ooh, anything I think I could use on short notice?
You see those orange and blue boxes.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like you hack them, you use them as mines.
Ooh. How much ordnance we talking here?
Count how many's on the map.
No, I mean like
No,
how
like
big?
explosiveness.
Yeah.
They'll explode in a burst 1 radius around themselves.
Ooh.
Where is? Did I download the RP?
But yeah, I'll go first, Will.
Taurus goes first. Alrighty. What you gonna do?
I am going to swing the plasma ball.
Ooh.
Let's see how that works. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Ignore that, please. This is what I meant to click. An 8.
Oh wow!
An 8 might miss that.
Evade. Yep, your 8 unfortunately misses. You equip your plasma wall, and you swing. The worm, though, being unfortunately just too deft, burrows out of the way. Your maul impacts the wall, and you hear tink, and a pulse erupts from it. The wall where it touched is no longer filled with juveniles, shall we say. As you pull back your plasma maul, you hear tunk, as, seeing as it didn't blow ordnance into a target, the maul resets.
Faster than I would expect.
Alright.
Okay. Is this
After.
a super heavy weapon?
It's just
Just
a heavy.
weapon.
So you should have one more strike.
Okay, but not with the same weapon.
Right.
Okay, and I don't think I can use my plasma talons until I'm in the danger zone.
Great.
Plasma talons? I thought this was the world killer.
I have plasma talons on both, actually.
Oh.
They're a universal weapon.
I will then shoot with the assault rifle. You want to just use the roll from earlier?
Yes, please. I'll look at the cheat sheet because you're attacking with a range, in range, and I don't remember if there's something to do with that.
There is, but not for me.
Oh, that's right. You have
I have combined arms rank 2 where I don't get a difficulty from being engaged. But yes, normally there would be.
Normally it's a difficulty.
Yes.
Well, your pin from your assault rifle does hit.
Alright, so it does 2 damage.
2 kinetic.
Yep.
You pull back your maul and you bring it to one hand, clicking it into a holder on your shoulder pauldron. You reach the side and you bring around the assault rifle and you fire a volley, spraying across the beast in the wall, like once more destroying swaths of this thing's children, but also landing a solid hit against it. As its blood sprays out, you see as it hits the ground seems to smoke.
Be careful of the blood of these creatures.
Oh, now I really want to scan it.
Alright, now it's gonna go. As it recoils from its wounds, it rears back, and you see in its mouth, it pools acid and then it spits it at you. So it's going to make a ranged attack against you. And since it's a ranged attack, it's going to have disadvantage.
I also have soft cover from being engaged.
I thought that only lasted until you attacked.
No, that's different.
Oh.
So combined arms is as long as you're engaged, you and any allies adjacent to you count as having soft cover. I also have skirmisher, where at the start of my turn I gain soft cover.
Oh, that's cool.
So outside of engagement, you still have soft cover. If you don't.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what it does. I believe it's HO, right? Highest of.
KH maybe.
KH, keep highest.
Ah. Huh?
And then the amount of how many you want to.
Oh, so it'd be like KH 2d6.
No, 2d6. Keep highest 1. Keep the highest of the.
Oh, I see. Okay,
highest
H1.
Yes.
There we are. All right, that's the roll we're gonna take. An 8. Does an 8 hit you, Taurus?
Let me check. Don't think my evasion's great. I'm looking at the thing. But it does not.
It does not. All right. As it rears its head back, it clicks its mandibles and sprays a gout of acid spittle. But you, due to your experience with piloting a Nelson and piloting your Virgo, and even piloting your Pisces, you're able to very deftly activate the chassis-mounted jets on Taurus and move your hulking beast of a mech out of the way. You land on the back foot ready as it lunges for a second strike, as it is going to try and hit you with its claws as well.
Oh, I thought it was a worm.
It is.
Claws?
Yeah, like its mandible. I guess it's like a...
Oh. The claws are like hands in my mind.
Don't get pedantic.
I was.
It has plus
well,
one.
My,
It has
it's-
plus one accuracy, so it cancels out with your difficulty. So yes. An 8 once again. It lunges at you, trying to bury its stone-like teeth into the supple steel of Taurus, and once again, you use your jump jets to dash back just out of the way, and you ready your plasma maul, ready to strike it. Who do you want to designate next?
I think Nex wanted to go.
Yeah. We'll see if I can get any more information out of these things.
All right.
Boo, 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 boo. Scan.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I just scan's just a scan. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I want to scan this one in front of me. I've already got an idea on the acid goop. I want to see if there's anything else to be concerned about. Any other abilities or like the potential of the goop going everywhere when they die or something?
me make sure that you are able to scan these. Scan is one of the things that you can use against biological. So, you do successfully scan it. You feel that as you scan it, Rogue shows that it has a kind of acid spittle that it is able to hawk at people. It is a creature that is able to burrow. It seems, unless certain conditions are met, the creature is able to heal itself.
Oh, lovely. Okay. So this ordinance, do I have to get someone to run over it, or can I just detonate it?
You set it as a mine,
Okay.
and then the next time someone comes within blast one of it, it will explode.
Okay. So what would blast one for this be like these three?
No, it would
No,
be
blast one is all 8 or 6 around it.
It would be like this.
Ah, I see. Okay.
You're thinking of a cone.
Cool. I don't work with hexes enough to know. Okay. Is this one empty or is this one good? To prime?
That one's good. All of them are primed and ready to be set as mines.
Okay.
I never described the hive worms. While you're thinking, these creatures are about the size of a train car, aggressive and able to secrete acid powerful enough to damage mechs.
Okay.
Where's its eyes?
I'm gonna go pick up the thing.
Alright. As you approach, you note that these do appear to be quite delicate.
Oh.
So
Okay.
be wary of moving them.
So if I throw it at this thing's head.
If you throw it at the thing's head, it probably won't go off. What lets you set it off is hacking it.
Okay. So if I throw it at its head and it falls like here, then I hack it. Would it explode?
Yes.
Alright. Is that something I can do with my other quick action? Or do I need to wait for next turn? I don't know how throwing things goes.
It would be a quick action. But you need to first make me a tech attack.
Okay. I can do it. I can do it all right now.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. Tick tick.
That makes it. Alright. As Rogue is throwing the box for you, you are hacking into it, and inside of the box, there is a power core that you prime. As it lands, the beast being within burst 1 of it sets it off. It needs to make an agility save. What is your save target, Donnie?
I don't know.
When you open your sheet thing, it's going to be at its save towards the bottom of the stats above size.
11.
11.
Is that a system thing?
Yes.
Oh, bitchin'.
It fails. It fails, so Donnie, roll roll me 2d6 energy damage.
Ooh.
That's pretty good.
Woo! I'm the best at this.
Fuck!
As you hit, and as the energy damage washes over the monstrosity, you make note of something. Its skin appears to be quite burned.
Fire works well?
Energy
It
works.
looks like
This is
it.
energy.
Oh, energy works
Fire
well.
Fire is.
Okay. In that case, I will take one final step for all of my movement and get ready to chuck this next one if it doesn't burrow away before then.
I brought the right mech for the job.
I'm in danger.
Oh wait, no, we redivide one at the end.
Yeah, but I'm next because there's no other person yet.
Yeah, but this way we can.
It's not talking about you, Gyaku. Okay?
Oh,
Not all
overly
about.
conceited,
Not
yeah.
all of,
Overly
overly
conceited,
focused
yeah.
on himself, Gyaku over
Alright.
here. Okay?
Next is this one. Look, organize them. All right. It is going to use a quick action to burrow in the ground. It is now considered invisible.
Ooh.
How the fuck do we?
What, this one here, burrowed?
Because you can find invisible things if you like
Search.
can or, but they're not. They're not mechs. I'm gonna have to think this over.
You got a shovel on that mech?
No.
It is then going to use its other quick action to unburrow
Oh, you right bastard!
as it
The
bursts.
genius!
As it bursts from the ground, all characters adjacent to it must succeed on a hull save or be knocked prone. So, Taurus, the ground shifts beneath you as another one of these monstrosities bursts free.
Alright, so hull save.
Yes.
Hull save. That's not very good.
You are knocked prone.
Okay. Can I... Is bracing a reaction?
Yes.
Well, this is just knocking you prone.
Yeah, this is not like doing damage. It's only knocking you prone.
Oh, damn.
How bad is prone?
That's what I'm looking for now.
Let me look at the sheet. Is that a condition? No, not a condition.
What
Status?
would...
Attacking a prone foe gives 1d6 in accuracy, but on their turn they can stand up unless they're immobilized.
Attacks against a prone get advantage. And it doesn't trigger Overwatch. Okay, well, out of all the conditions, that's not the worst.
What would happen if
Okay.
I Sino-shoot you while you were on the ground?
It count. Oh wait, what? Say again?
I'm just trying to think what would happen if I Sino-shoot while Taurus was on the ground.
He can move. He just
No, he can't.
has-
He's slowed.
You'd have to stand up.
Oh, you can't move? Oh, okay.
It can only move their
Loaded.
standard move, can't boost or make any special moves from talent systems or weapons.
Interesting.
What does it take to stand up?
You just say you're gonna do it on your turn.
Is
It
it
doesn't take your
some movement?
I don't see anything saying that affects your movement. The first time we've dealt with prone.
I'm asking questions because I actually have a way to nullify prone, but
Oh, it says characters can remove prone by standing up instead of taking their standard move.
Oh, I see.
But I think I'll just take the hits with advantage and just be on the ground
What you
and hope that won't bite me.
What you planning there?
Hmm?
What you planning there?
I'm gonna get up and swing my maul.
Oh. All right. Well, it's turn.
How high is the ceiling?
Let's say that these are pretty good semicircles. So, just a few feet taller than Rogue. They'd be able to reach you. That's for sure.
Okay. Because I have my
Right.
clamps, and I just wondered what?
Changed my mind.
Change your mind.
Yeah, I do want to brace. Because I realize I'm tanking right now.
But you can brace.
You
when
can brace in
get
response
hit.
to being attacked.
Is that not an attack?
No damage.
It didn't hurt.
Yeah, but
Just remember, bracing is costly.
so look at this.
Do you have free brace?
No, I don't have free brace. That'd be nice, but when I
Free
brace, they
I
have
would
one
say-
difficulty
Nice.
against me. I can't fail hull saves, and I have an immunity to grapples, knock back, and be knocked prone.
I would say you can do that then.
Cool.
So I take
As
2
it-
heat.
As it bursts from the ground, you start overriding some safety measures, and you feel Taurus begin to heat up as its armor just locks in. And as the worm bursts through the ground, you do not move.
If they're focused on me, I think this is the better choice. And I'll let you guys deal the damage.
I got more grenades.
I will scurry up the wall, and then I am going to before the move, I'm going to do the protocol core siphon, and then to give myself an accuracy on my first shot, and then difficulty on my second. But I don't have a second, so it's just an accuracy. And then I am going to shoot my big fuck off cannon at the first thing.
You can't. It's got ordnance.
What was ordnance do?
You can shoot it or move. Not both.
That's right.
I can't move?
Yep.
I can't move. Fuck.
Yeah, I remember that.
Can't move. I control Z. Where was I? Here?
Yep. You would still be able to hit this one.
Just don't
Although
catch
with-
Taurus on the afterblast.
With some there's no chance that you're not hitting Taurus.
I'll have to hit Taurus.
Because it's a line 5.
Shit, what the fuck?
You're already bracing, right? I'm joking. Please don't.
Well, the line is just fine. So, I'm just kidding.
I mean, position yourself now. Wind up for a big shot next round. I have their attention at the moment, it seems.
Yeah, I'm just reading all of my things so I don't get caught with my pants down again.
What a fool. Overly foolish Gyaku.
Overly pants down Gyaku.
What you could do, Isaiah, move it in position like you did, and then use your prototype rifle to attack.
That is a thing.
Because you only get one shot with your prototype rifle. You only have it on one mount. So you could still core siphon.
That sounds like a good idea. In the heat of the moment. Oh. Ugh. Okay, I'll get in position. It's a range of 10. Yep, that's good. So that's 1 accuracy. There's a core siphon. Um. Okay. Yep, I'll shoot it.
Alright.
Prototype rifle, and then a +1 to that. Because I'm a death head, so a 9 to hit.
Fortunately, 9 does not hit.
That's good to know.
Oh.
As you fire off a round of your prototype rifle as you move into position to fire sting, your shots come close to the mark, but not exactly. The slithering worm is just too
He's wiggly.
slithery. All right, Yaku, who would you like to nominate to go next?
I'm thinking Nyx.
Right.
Ooh.
All right. Then on the next turn, it is.
Because I think the bracing lasts until
Yeah.
your turn, right?
Yeah, so yeah, the longer I embrace it.
Oh, yeah.
I did a smart.
Yeah, good job.
All right. This hive worm is going to attempt to spittle and bite you. For us.
Alrighty. It has a difficulty from my bracing
Has it a
and
difficulty from your bracing, a difficulty from your
being engaged.
from being engaged, and a difficulty because this is a ranged attack and it's engaged.
Okay.
Oh, hey, so
That's miss.
Woo.
how does turn order work? There's 3 of us and 2 of them. So at some point we would go twice
Yes.
before they go? Okay.
All right. It's then going to attempt to bite you, and it has a difficulty because you're braced, and its advantage crosses out your other difficulty.
Okay.
Ooh.
And 8 misses.
All right.
You're killing it.
It sprays acid all over Taurus, but as you are locked down and braced, the heat emanating from Taurus's frame causes the acid to evaporate on contact.
Ooh.
As the worm lunges forward, once again you just take the hit, but as its teeth and mouth make contact with the heat of Taurus, it rears back and makes a noise of discontent. Alright, Rogue, you're up.
Alright. I got another bomb. Dunk, 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 dunk. And I want to yeet over here.
I can't wait until you get a new frame.
What? Why?
Because you're very intelligent. I want to see what you do with a bigger toolbox.
Yeah, big
I'll
brain,
accept this.
big head.
So I gotta hack. The
Really
explosives.
competent mix.
Oh, really confident.
I hacked the explosives, right?
Yes. You need to make me a thing.
Okay.
You're putting it here?
I didn't see where you clicked. I may have been for here, like bounce it off it or whatever.
Yes.
However
That-
it works.
That does hit. And as your mine goes off, it needs to make an ability save.
Save 11.
Yeah, and I looked it up. Those do go up with your grit.
It makes it.
Grit. Oh, okay.
So 2d6, and it takes half.
Okay.
But it's energy.
Nice.
Which is good.
One more than last time.
Also, these things have armor, apparently.
Oh shit.
Arm.
Oopsie doops. As
What is it,
this
they gotta get shredded?
as this explodes, it rears back, shrieking in pain.
I want to lock on it instead of trying to shoot at it.
Alright, you lock on.
You don't
Start
know
sending out targeting
big this
system pulses.
You don't understand how fucking awesome that is for me.
No, that's why I wanted to do it. Because I mean, I don't know. Like, this is a question for Homo primarily. Like, do you want to stay braced longer? Because we can designate Yaku next.
I mean, I can always brace as a reaction, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
Alright. On Rogue's
Do
turn.
I get to decide after their turn, or do I decide now?
What do you mean?
Who goes next?
That would be Taurus. There's no choice.
by default.
Oh, is it not? Oh,
Wait, why is it default?
I thought I
Because
was
Taurus
the
Because
starter.
I have
Taurus
not
is the
done
end of
my
the turn
turn this
rotation.
round. Yeah.
Taurus is the end of the
Huh?
turn rotation?
No,
Yes.
No, Taurus started it.
Nope. Taurus.
Huh?
So, Yaku, you were the end of the turn rotation last time, so you decided who starts the new turn rotation. Just like on Taurus's turn, Umu will decide who starts the new turn rotation.
Hold on, you've lost me.
So it
Right.
just went Ant, then Rogue. Wouldn't Rogue be at the start of the rotation?
No. So it went. Here's how it went the first time. It went Taurus, then Rogue, then Ant, and then Ant decided. Oh my god, I've confused. Umu went first.
I've only had one turn so far.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Homo went first. And Homo, you said for Donnie to go. And then
Mhm.
Bullet had to go.
Mhm.
And then Bullet, with your turn, that's the end of the turn rotation.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be.
Nix is the start.
So then I started the
Nyx
turn
is-
rotation.
Yeah, Nyx is the start of the new turn rotation. Oh, then you're right. I'm
So,
sorry. Yeah, you
From
are very
here, I
right.
could pick either of them. Yeah.
You are 100% correct.
But I can't give him. Wait, no, I can't do anything. Wait, yeah, I can. Because I think that's a
You
free
can't-
action.
Can you? Is it not a reaction?
Give him a
Let me look up brace
order.
to make sure you can.
die. Leadership
Uh,
die.
Let's see. Which talent is that?
Leadership. Issue order.
Due to the stress of bracing, you cannot take reactions until the end of your next turn, and on that turn, you can only take one quick action.
You have to do
cannot
it-
overcharge.
You have to do it on your turn.
Yeah.
As a free action.
Yes.
Oh, and you can't take free
Mhm.
actions on your turn.
I cannot.
You can only take one quick action on your turn. You
And no
cannot
other
overcharge,
actions of any
move
type.
normally, take 4
Ah.
actions, or free actions.
Okay. Then yeah. You can go first. I was just gonna try giving him accuracy.
Okay. Then we'll do that while the shot's still good, and go from there.
All right. But still, this monstrosity gotta go first. You threw a fucking thing at it, Rogue. It's not happy about that.
Like through a thing. Last.
It is going to do its acid spittle against you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Does a 9 hit you?
Unfortunately,
Are you serious?
I
That
don't
does.
have a I am a danky thing. I
It
have
does.
8
He
and
doesn't
8 only.
realize how strong of a mech he actually has. Just ignore him.
It does 3 energy damage.
Okay.
So you reduce that
Does
based on your
that-
armor.
Factor to armor. Okay, cool.
It will then use its quick action to burrow. It is now considered invisible.
Invisible.
It's locked on.
That's a good point. Do we know where it is because of the lock on?
Let me look.
Where the fuck is my armor? Oh, wait, there
Lock
it is.
on. They gain the lock on condition. You may choose to gain +1 on that attack and then clear lock on. No. They can still be hidden. You still have to search for them. But search is a quick action.
Is your rifle super heavy?
Yes.
I would just take the shot that you see. Because either way, it's underground. You're not going to be able to hit both of them.
I can hit. Ah, damn. My thing ignores cover if there's a lock on, so I could have shot him, but the invisibility's a bitch.
You can take a shot, but it's a 50% chance flat out of missing.
Yeah.
And then you still have to roll to see if you hit.
Okay, I'll just leave that because it doesn't expire, right?
Right.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'll just shoot the other one then. But I will use both my protocols. My core siphon and my talent. Steady aim. I become immobilized and gain 1 accuracy. So that's 2 accuracy and then a +1. Yep. You know what I forgot? My other trait. My other trait, called Neurolink,
That's a 1.
allows me to roll my first range attack each round.
Oh.
So that's a 21.
That's a
which
crit.
is- So I do advantage on my damage. So like I rolled my damage twice and I picked the highest 4.
Wait, you got a 21?
Mm-hmm.
That dice is cheating. That says 5.
What? It says 15 plus.
You do not have 30 dice?
I see the 5 as well. But
Yeah.
These fucking virtual cock dice, I swear.
That dice is
Oh,
cocked
the
as
virtual dice is cocked?
that dice
Yeah,
is
not a
cocked as a
5.
motherfucker.
That
What?
is on 5.
What?
The
The
system's
combat
broken.
log.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
combat
well-
log is what actually determines it. So 21 does hit.
Get
And-
shit at it. And what?
It is a crit, so you roll it twice and you take the highest. So far, that's
6, 4, a 4, and a 4, so that's what, 18?
yes, 18.
So I get up the wall, and I take my my little or my big fuck off cannon, and I like aim it against the wall, so it like does like a fucking like 90-degree angle turn, and just goes. And all of the little pebbles fall off the ceiling where I was.
From your assault with your prototype rifle earlier, the worm in front of Taurus took a bullet. Didn't hurt it, but it took a bullet enough to catch its attention. It turns to you and roars as your shot barrels down the tunnel. As your bullet hits it in its open mouth, it bisects the worm.
Oh,
Nice.
Your bullet lodges itself in the wall behind it and explodes, destroying both the worm and several of its young.
Great shot, kid. And don't get cocky.
you know me, never cocky, Yaku.
Always
Wait,
cocky.
wait.
Overly cocky, Yaku.
Don't be like my
Alright.
friend here. Being cocky is part of the problem.
Alright. Who do you want to go next? Bullet?
I think
it's only Taurus.
yeah, I think yeah. You're right. It's only Thor.
I will do nothing.
Are you
No,
sure
you got a quick action.
You can
Yeah, you get one thing.
you can
One quick
attack.
action?
You can attack and you can try and
Or search or something.
Yeah, search might be the better option.
mhm.
Yeah, I will search. I will try to find the one that is.
All right, you need to make a
Wonder.
systems check. It needs to make an agility check.
Alright. Well, I realize.
Oh,
I'm
is
not-
it really? You do an agility against it?
I realize I'm not the best at these, but forgive me.
You have to exceed it.
Well, okay
Jesus
then.
Christ.
You, using the most of your armor lock, you scan the world all around you and you find it, and you mark it to your allies. It's there.
Oh no!
Careful, it's right under you.
Hole save?
I don't think it's
Nope.
reached yet.
It's not breached yet, but it is there.
You know where it is now.
That's nice.
And
Shoot
I don't get movement, right? It's just
Nope.
that one quick.
Nope.
Just that one quick action. But you are no longer braced.
Okay.
All right. It's gonna go next. It's gonna use its quick action to breach the ground. Rogue and Bullet needs to make hull saves.
Ah.
Your save target is 10.
Woo!
I did not make it.
Too big for this bitch.
How does prone work whenever you're attached to the wall with clamps?
That's a very good point because it says I fall if I'm knocked prone.
You fall.
Mmm.
But thankfully, not a great height.
Nope, only like 2 squares.
Hand over your holy symbol.
Whack.
You've done it now.
Overly pious Yaku falls again.
Bullet, you
crucifying children.
Bullet, you hit the ground. That's an inside joke. Bullet, you hit the ground. And you see the worm wrap itself up and lunge at you. It's
At
gonna
me?
try and- Yeah.
Oh no!
You're the small, easily biteable target.
I'm highly
That's why-
susceptible to damage.
High heat signature. No, you're not. You got like a evasion 20.
I
I just really don't like it.
don't think you have anything that gives difficulty.
If you were closer over here.
Yeah, I
to
don't
me.
think so. That
about
is my evasion.
You take
So I get hit.
6 points of kinetic damage.
It gets a +2?
Yeah, and an accuracy.
I thought it had a +1.
Oh wait, it gets an additional accuracy because you're prone.
I thought
Oh,
it got...
really hits.
Oh.
I'm
no.
sorry.
They've been
Well,
hitting me with a
It's
+2.
It's a 15.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that absolutely hits.
That is 6 kinetic damage.
Oof, owie!
All right,
I think I got
Taurus.
pretty
Who
sure.
do who do you want to go next?
Gyaku.
Please tell me you can do something. of
What
you
the
would.
fuck? I
Get
gotta
up.
reload!
Please, God
get out of
fucking
there.
damn it.
I
I
have to stand up. What the fuck you mean get out of there? Wait, I
Wait,
did
what?
it by accident.
Is standing up that costly?
No.
It takes your whole movement.
Oh wait, yeah, it is.
Is it? I thought I
You
saw.
can't get out of there.
You
Hold
could.
on.
I mean, you could
I thought I
boost.
saw another option.
Use your grappling hooks.
I wish I did, like in '86.
Yeah.
I so fucking want that.
So, like, additionally, prone characters are slowed and count as moving in difficult terrain if you just want to, like, crawl along the ground.
Crawl upside down.
Just like you're on your back and you can't flip over, so you're like jumping
Using
your
the
legs
joints
and you
to
just kind
move.
of like bounce through the air.
No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my gun cannon and use it as a vault to like crawl over.
All right, stop.
What?
It's gonna Overwatch.
Hammer time.
Oh no.
You.
And
What?
you're still prone, so it gets another d6.
Oh my god.
That's a 17.
I'm furious. I am so furious.
You take 6 damage. Roll,
Fuck all of you guys.
roll me, roll me structure.
This was not my intention, but I'm really glad I chose you.
This is fucking great.
Where is
Hold on,
arrow?
I gotta gain my composure.
Roll me structure.
I'm gonna roll my paint,
Oh yeah.
and then I'm gonna roll my fucking structure.
You have more than 3 structure. Your mech is stunned until the end of your next turn.
Fuck you guys. Fuck you.
He's so
I mean, I don't know if
mad.
the outcome would have been that different.
Oh man.
It's not like Nyx is gonna one-shot the thing.
And before I one-shot it.
Okay.
You got a big fuck you cannon that can do 18 damage.
Yes.
Next, you're up.
18?
Maybe. I don't know. 2d6 plus 4 can do a lot of damage.
Alright, it's already used its reaction, so you can move freely.
Oh,
No,
shit.
it doesn't have one reaction. It has infinite reaction.
Oh, you're right. It's 1 per character per turn, doesn't it?
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, one reaction per turn, not your turn.
Not per turn rotation.
The cats are
Hmm,
looking at me. They're like, why are you so fucking mad?
So
See,
like has the energy, does it look like it's been like hitting this thing hard?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But also
It's
remember,
on death's door. One attack and it would have been dead.
that it does still have a lock on it. Probably should.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hang on, how much does a lock on do? Isn't it 2?
One advantage.
An extra d6.
Is it 1? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna shoot
Walk
it, but it's
away.
gonna be point blank, so it's a
I'm
base
prone.
roll.
Just crawl away. Then.
Why don't you take a step back, Donnie, so it doesn't cancel out?
Can Overwatch you.
I mean, yeah.
He is
I'm sure.
not on your side, Donnie. Don't listen to him.
Yeah, but I'm looking. So like, my main idea was like, I'm gonna try to shoot it, and if I can't do enough, I was gonna scoot over here, grab this, and blow it up. But I don't know if I did like.
Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
If I stepped back here, I could shoot. But
It's
I could
gonna-
still get up to it.
It's gonna
Yeah, okay.
overwatch you.
That'll be my movement. Yeah, go for it.
26?
A little bit.
6 reduced by your armor.
Can they crit?
No.
Thank goodness.
Only
do
you guys can.
But that means they do max damage all the time.
Oh wait, you said 6 reduced by my. Okay, so
What's your armor?
1.
It'd be 1, so it's a
So
5.
5.
All right, then I'm gonna shoot.
Don't forget a d6.
Yeah. Ba-doop. That's okay. I got more
Isn't there
plan for you.
reliable on that?
No, it has an
No.
accurate.
Then I'm going to
Donnie,
prime this thing. What's up? Hmm?
you know what you must do?
We'll remember you.
You gonna blow up Gyaku?
No.
Isaiah will end our friendship if we kill Gyaku.
Gonna put that fucking what was that, the Indian meme? Friendship with the Knicks over. Friends with Worms again. Best friend now is
Gregorians
Worms.
best friend.
Okay, I'm going to. So, like, kind of like how you described before, pick up the explosive, and Rogue is like passing it to his other hand to throw like over here. And as he is, I'm priming
you want
it.
it there. You want it there.
Yeah.
You want it.
As, just as it leaves his hand to land right here, I'm gonna ignite it or turn it on.
Alright, what's your save? Oh, he doesn't make it.
It's
Roll.
11.
Roll them to d6.
Yeah, that's better.
So close. Almost.
No, it's okay. This is good for the comedy.
Alright. As it explodes once more, a wave of energy washes over the worm, frying its sizzly outer skin.
I am pleased.
Alright.
What was that? I think I was the end of the turn order.
I believe so. So you can choose either Yaku or Homu. What next?
Or no. No, is that right? Homo, you haven't gone on this. You were the end of round 2. We're on round 3 right now. How many turns have you had?
2.
Okay,
Then
you're
yes.
next.
This is
You're the
this
end of
is, well, I'm confused.
I've had 3 turns. You should have had 3 turns.
No, I've had...
Yeah, because you shot and then big cannon and then
Oh
This
yeah,
would've
and then I
been your
fucking
reload.
limped away and got
yeah.
Yeah, and then you
This
got stunned.
we're coming up on Homo's 3rd, so he's the end of the rotation. I was the 2nd place, so now Homo goes. Or yeah, because the worm already went. Move down a worm.
Can you make it, Homu?
Get him, boss.
It can't fit.
You can move through friendly squares.
Oh,
If you get up close enough, you get cover.
I only have 5 movement.
You don't have 7 movement?
No, I'm not a tiny little bug.
Why don't you boost the quick action? You
No,
only need a
boost
quick
is a
action to swing your hammer.
I'll
You
boost
got
as
a
quick
gun.
action.
You can like use me for accuracy.
Rogue.
It's like
Is it the
level it
Nelson
on my forehead.
that gets the bonus when you boost in melee?
It is the Nelson, yes.
Rogue.
okay.
You feel the ground begin to shake behind you as you turn, as this red bull charges at you.
Ooh.
It has a large hammer raised at the ready.
I'm actually going to overheat.
Ooh.
Overcharge?
Overcharge, I mean. To take a heat. And then I will have a barrage available. Right?
Yes. Because that overcharge would have let you use your boost.
Alright, so I will first fire my assault rifle on the way there, actually. Can I do that?
Yes.
Actually, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
That's
because you
right.
can do point blank.
I can do point blank with my assault rifle. Okay. And then...
Oh, you were so close to being in your danger zone too.
Yeah. Do I need... Do I get any...
Oh, have you been taking heat?
Yeah, my special brace costs 2 heat.
Ah.
I like heat, though.
Heat
Yeah.
is good for Homu. You like fire.
Favorite terrain.
Yeah, so you can use your thingy.
I'm just trying to see if I get any advantage. No. No advantage, so I will just attack with my assault rifle.
Unfortunate. That does pierce armor though with your reliable.
Okay, cool.
One more hit though. What are you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna swing them all.
You're gonna swing your hammer.
And I think I need to actually hit to get my accuracy. Yes, it hit. So no accuracy on this. Come on, baby. 16.
Yeah!
You
Yo, it's got energy too. Fuck yeah.
Ooh, though. Ooh.
Overkill.
I got
Overkill.
overkill. Yeah.
Reroll those ones, baby.
Reroll ones. And it takes 2 heat.
oh.
So I will roll a 2d6.
Holy
Nice.
fuck.
Okay. So that's
That is a total of 11 damage.
That's correct.
You got a melee version of my thing.
As you click your assault rifle back into place, Taurus wields the maul in 2 hands, and using the momentum from boosting, it slams a foot forward to stop and bring all of that momentum into the swing of the hammer. Bullet and Rogue, you just see a shining purple streak, and then as this worm disintegrates, a wave of energy is sent out, clearing the walls around you.
Yeah, boss. Showing Yaku how it's done. I'm sorry. Don't hurt me.
And Taurus,
Fun.
as
I can't-
you as you pull back your plasma maul, you reload it and store it. That is where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Job well done, Lancers.